All right, it's time. Uh, is Matilda there?
Certainly am.
Yeah. Matilda, do you want to do a quick intro before jumping?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, everybody, for joining the webinar. For those of you who didn't join early this morning, it went incredibly well. As you will know and hear from Will and his team over the next hour, this is a session not to be missed at all. So please get your pens and papers and dive into the magic that Will and his team has created with Alfred AI.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the introduction. Thank you, Trademark, for organizing this. I'm very, very excited this noon to present what we have built in the last 8 months. Like things being 8 months is not a long time, but we did actually build a lot of stuff, and I'm so excited to present you what we have learned and how it can apply to your business. So yeah, hi. So yeah, great to see everyone join today. Yeah, actually, I would love to know like who's here today, if you don't mind just putting the chat box about your company, what does the company do, and what's the position in the company. So when I speak as it is, I know kind of what kind of context I need to, lean towards. And if you're so shy, it's okay too. So while you're doing that, please allow me to give you a quick intro about myself. I'm William Zhang. Most of you know me already, if not all of you. I started my career as a structural engineer in a tier one company here in Sydney back in 2007. And that was actually my only full-time job ever. 2014, I took a rare chance to buy into a startup engineering construction service company. And like many of you, I know that and what it's like to be buried in the process, hiring and sales, admin, and just daily firefighting as a startup or businessman I should do every single day. But that company just got lucky, right? It grew from $2 million first year I joined and peaked at around $100 million just a few years later. So I exited that business between 2020 to 2022. And along the way, in 2018, I built my first automation software business with two other co-founders. It cuts a core engineering task from 2 days down to just 15 minutes. So that single system saved us, my engineering company, about $500,000 a year in staffing cost, and it gives us a competitive edge for many, many years. I call it the Mind Creations. It's mindcreations.com.au, and I commercialized it in the same year in 2018. 2022, I launched my second software platform, a commissioning distribution system for business coaching franchise. And it automates franchisee registration, subscription, profit sharing, multi-level distribution, and payments. And the creation of that platform as a business, it got me featured in Forbes Australia in November 2023. And of course, it's still running today. And by 2023, I knew that AI was the kind of the next leap. I really, really envisioned something bigger, a platform that didn't just automate work, but also build accountability and leadership inside of team and start the AI knowledge management for Palantir Consulting, the engineering firm that I started in 2022. And that plugin has grown into Alpha AI, a full AI powered platform that now runs not only for our clients, but also for our own team at Palantir and at Alpha AI itself. So Alpha AI is my full focus right now and today, and I'm excited to share with you what we have learned, right? The practical ways that AI transform your operations, reduce risk, lift the value of your business, and most importantly, multiply the very important metric. It's called revenue per staff. Okay, so I'm not here alone today. With me is our CTO, Alex Tendrell, the tech genius who led our development team and built Alpha AI from scratch with me together. And Alex also worked with me on the commission distribution app I mentioned earlier. And before that, he was behind a very hugely successful golf app. And that app has more than 500,000 downloads, 4.6 stars on App Store, 4.8 stars on Google Play, serving 10,000 clubs across 63 countries, powering 37 million rounds and nearly 1 million events every single year with 500K daily active users around the world. And joining us today is also John McClan, our senior client success consultant and AI solution expert. John brings 11 years of commercial law experience, and he worked on hands-on many, many hundreds of business owners across Australia with our team in the last 8 months. And he's not just an advisor; he's a power user of AI himself. John has helped firms not only optimize their current workflow, but also just rethink, redesign, re-strategize, rebuild them into completely new, faster, and more profitable systems. And together with our amazing engineering team, and we built Alpha AI. And at the heart of Alpha AI, it is one simple idea. We want to help people to find the right information fast and make their work easier. And Alpha AI learns from your documents, remembers how your business works, and helps your team to get things done without repeating the same task every single day. And behind the scenes, Alpha can think with multiple AI agents. If you don't know what AI agents are, I'll explain a bit later. Following the steps in a workflow and connect to the tools that you have already been using. So all of this come together in one place. So your business feels more organized, more accurate, and much easier to run. So our goal today is very simple. We want to show you exactly how AI agents work, what ROI that you can expect, return on investment, and the steps to start using them inside your business. So, who's excited, right? Um, who should be here today? A bit of heads up, if you run a process-heavy business between $2 million to $150 million annually, you intuitively, you already know, right? AI can help your operations and take your business to the next level. You want AI to save you time and money. You want controlled and a low risk. You want to scale and you want a stronger profit and higher valuation for your business. And you are,
Oh, no way.
we need someone to mute.
That helps as well. That break.
All right, I'm muted. All right. So if you are a business owner who's already, who's ready to step back from daily firefighting and let the system to run, so you have time to think about strategy, think about branding, building more relationships with the staff and client, and coaching, coaching your own team. Maybe just take a nice holiday with your lovely wife and family. And yeah, this session then is designed exactly for you. And it could be very controversial to many people, but this really worked for me and for my businesses. It is my belief that if you want to understand AI faster, there's only one simple concept that you need to understand, and that is the investment theory. In the next 45 minutes, I'll explain how investment theory is applied to business level AI implementation, and you will discover what AI can do right now and how it impacts your people and your operations, and what kind of ROI is realistic, and the exact steps to start and what you can start first to maximize your return. So by the end, you will know if AI is for you and how to act immediately. And I promise you, this will open your eyes to a whole new way of looking at AI and your business future. So who here has tried already ChatGPT or other AI tools for your business? Anyone? Tap yes, yes, no, maybe. I hope everyone has. All right. What's investment theory, guys, and why do we need to talk about it, considering we are discussing AI today? So investment theory is the study of how people and organizations decide where to put money, balancing risk and return, and the time to make the best financial decisions, right? Today, I'm going to break it down into four main parts. I call it the secret to grow. And first part of the grow is obviously G for gain. This part is about what you are gaining considering risk return and the compound effect. In other words, return on investment, ROI. But before we talk about numbers, we need to understand first, like where the AI technology landscapes is at the moment. So right now, most of you see in the market is ANI, artificial narrow intelligence. This is the AI that performs one task really, really well, like not better than a human at everything, but just often just better at one very specific job. Things like you probably already done all of this, summarizing long documents, right, in seconds, generating files, reports, writing code, drafting emails, sending notification reminders, booking appointments, producing graphs and dashboards, even doing deep research, spotting patterns and generating images and videos. Warren Buffett puts it very well, like in terms of investment. The first rule of investment is never lose your capital, and the second rule is don't forget your first rule. And for now, long-term success is not just about risk and return. Remember, it's about understanding of the mechanism behind great returns. One of the most powerful principles is compound effect. Think about AI the same way. Your first very small investment may be using ChatGPT to draft the emails, to summarize documents, and give you a small productivity boost. The time you save From these small tasks, you can go deeper in productivity boost. The next level is AI agents. Once this AI agent set up properly, they start to save you hours and hours every single week across more complex tasks. But those savings in time and money creates the opportunity to go even bigger. Instead of just tinkering at the edges, you can now transform the way your whole entire business operates. Imagine moving from a conventional low AI system to an AI-centric business operating system where every single person in your organization has their own AI assistant. So their own knowledge base is assigned based on their permissions. The ability to create workflows and deploy agents that supercharge their daily work. And now picture what it does to productivity. You already have a strong team, all right? But you imagine if every one of them knew how to leverage AI to maximize revenue per capita. And for the context, in most conventional B2B firms, we aim around $250,000 to $400,000 of revenue per employee we hire per year. But with the right AI implementation, these numbers shift dramatically. Within 90 days, our clients see 20 to 30% of reduction in operation time cost. In the first year, that is leading to about 15 to 30% of improvement in EBITDA. That is your net profit. From there, impact compounds, right? Clients projects to achieve around 5 times of ROI in the first 12 months, 10 times to 20 times ROI project over the next 24 to 36 months based on the current investment in AI implementation. So, and perhaps the most exciting part is 5 to 10-fold increase in revenue per employee as AI begins scaling what the best people already doing best. So, but let me just share with you a benchmark from a new AI native generation, a company called Midjourney. They turn over about $200 million annually with just 40 staff, and that is over $5 million of revenue per person. So this is the opportunity, right? It shows us what's actually possible, and it proves that every one of us in this room has the room to massively, massively improve productivity and scale returns if we start compounding small AI investment today. So if we were to put the risk management hat on as well, and when people hear AI or ChatGPT, they often picture these, massive billion parameter models sitting on the cloud and trained based on the whole internet. But it is actually not true. What is true is that that's only for LLMs, large language models. They're powerful, they come with risk in data and security and privacy issues, and sometimes lack of control of answers, aka the hallucinations you may have heard of. But now here's the part most business don't know yet. It's called the SLMs, a specific language model, are the game changers. The specific language model, sometimes called the small language model, it trained on more focused data set. It doesn't try to know everything, but instead it specializes, and that means it's faster. It runs locally on smaller servers, sometimes even on your own devices. It's cheaper, less computing power required, so costs drop dramatically. And it's safer. You can fine-tune it on your company's knowledge base without sending data to public cloud or even to the internet. It operates entirely alone on your own computer. So here's the opportunity with SLMs, small language models, specific language models. You don't need to worry about exposing sensitive contracts or client data to the public system. You can run a secure, private AI that answers questions from your policies, your reports, your CRMs, and nothing else. And for example, imagine a finance firm deploying a SLM trained only on tax law, compliance of regulations, and their own internal processes. No distraction, no data leaks, no hallucination about random topics, from the global web. Just a sharp, very sharp compliant answers for your work purpose only. And here's the kicker, right? SLMs make AI adoption practical for most organizations. You don't need a $5 million tech budget or even a $500,000 tech budget. You just need the right setup, the right conversation with us, and the right orchestration, the right training of your own knowledge base. So what is orchestration, right? And think of orchestration as the conductor in the in AI powered workflow. It's like a butler at your service, and that's why we named Alfred AI Alfred. It's a butler for the famous Bruce Wayne in Batman. It doesn't replace a system. What it does, it connects them. It decides what needs to happen, when needs to happen, how it needs to happen across tools, teams, and data sources. And the orchestration layer is where your business logic actually lives. It is the brain that pulls the right information from your CRM files and send it to the right AI model and formats the output the way that you actually want it. Then it sends back to the right place where that's a could be an email, could be a draft fee proposal in PDF document or whatever, or HTML. It could be a task in your project board, in your CRM system or in your ERP system. You can raise an invoice in Xero or MYOB, even making a phone call via voice agent. So without orchestration, AI just becomes a set of disconnected experiment. And with it, you get a business-grade automation, predictable, scalable, and aligned with how your business is already working without reinvent the wheel entirely. So if LLMs, large language models, are the future of general intelligence, then specific language models, SLMs, are here and now for solution for the secure and ROI-driven business transformation. And second part of investment theory is R. So it stands for the return of time. And I guess that we all sort of know that human emotions and biases distort rational investment decisions. And remember ANI I mentioned before. So the next stage after ANI is actually AGI. So AGI stands for artificial general intelligence. I think of this as a system that can learn, reason, and apply intelligence across many tasks, just like human. It can adapt, it can solve problems that hasn't even solved before, and it can connect dots across different domains. Some experts believe that AGI could arrive in as little as 10 to 30 years, but others argues that it may take 50 years or more to arrive. But personally, I believe that AGI will come very soon. But when it comes, there will be a lot of its abilities will be likely restricted by policy, law, or regulations. And beyond that, there is ASI, artificial super intelligence. And this is where AI would surpass human intelligence in every single domain. The strategy, creativity, problem solving, it is powerful to imagine, but realistically, it is much, much further away. Highly likely that we won't see it in our lifetime, or at least not our career life. Knowing these timelines, it shapes our contextual vision of what we are going to do with ANI, GPT now, and in the next 3 to 15 years of our business. And it means that if we want to wait for AGI to come, then before we jump on the technology bandwagon, then we will be far behind our competitors. And the reality is most of us are stuck in firefighting of our business, and our staff spending hours retyping or re-entering data, chasing clients, and fixing spreadsheets. And all of those leak of time destroy our ability to scale. So here is a challenge. As a human, we misjudge the value of time. We got caught up on visible costs a lot, like the salary bills, the software subscriptions, the office rentals, because those things are very, very easy to see. But what we ignore are the hidden costs, delays, the errors, the lost opportunity that never show up on the balance sheet. And then there's an emotional bias. We think that if we see my team working, I will feel safer than trusting AI system running in the background. But the truth is, it's not about now what looks safe. It's all about what actually can free you to grow your business. And here's the opportunity. Like AI does not just cut cost. AI gives you back time. And time, I believe, when used well, compounds just like money. Less mundane task means that less stress on your team. Faster fee proposal means that you can bid more and more projects. And automating invoice management, meaning that cash flow is quicker into account. Faster client response means that higher retention and better word of mouth. And O stands for ownership, order, and obstacles. I know I'm running very fast because we just have 1 hour. I'm trying to squeeze this in so you guys can get to the case study a bit later, a bit quicker. So O is about your accountability for making decisions for your people, not blaming the market. So let's talk about the real world blockers that hold most firms back from AI adoption. So the first is lack of ownership. No one steps up to lead AI adoption other than the owner of the business. So the idea sometimes just dies on yourself. The second is the wrong order. Businesses throw random tools together, ChatGPT, Zapier, Make.com, a few SaaS models here and there, but there's no orchestration, meaning there's no clarity of what happens first and next, and that is chaos. And then there is the third O is called obstacles. Staff, they fear AI would take their jobs. Managers resist to change because they don't want to be responsible for deploying the wrong AI that frustrates the team and maybe waste the company's investment money. And leaders delay decisions because they are unsure where to start. So the challenge is very clear. Without leadership buy-in, AI remains just a toy. Without order, integration will fail. Without tackling obstacles, adoption stalls before even starts properly. But here's the opportunity. Align a very clear ownership. You need a champion who drives initiatives. It could be your internal he could be your internal CEO or CTO, or it could be a contractor you hired, or you can hire one of our experts from Alpha AI just to do what's needed without a $200,000 bill, right? And we have to bring orders in, yeah. Just to maximum, just do one or two workflow at a time. Don't try to do 3, 10, even 5 or whatever. It's just too hard, right? Remove obstacles. You need to show small wins quickly so staff can see AI as a helper, not as a threat. Finally, let's talk about W. W stands for waiting. How you actually decide where to start with AI and how much is it to invest in AI at which steps. So what if I tell you that if you spend 1 to 3% of your revenue on AI technology implementation, you could get 2 times your investment in 6 months, 5 times investment in the first year, and 10 to 20 times your investment in the next year. And every single year after, we would jump on the opportunity. I'm sure of that, right? The pain is that business owners overweight the risk of what if fails. And we usually underweight the opportunity cost. What if we do nothing now when our competitors are moving ahead? And once our competitors adopt earlier, they built a huge moat that you simply will take you years and years to catch up. So the challenge is that it is hard to know which AI project deserves the right investment first. Many firms pick the wrong starting point, get low ROIs, and stop. And here's the opportunity. Weight your projects by impact and ease of adoption. So start with the bottlenecks that bleeds the most time and money. Fee proposals, invoicing, lead responses. Now you can categorize each of your AI automation workflow wish list on this particular quadrant. Low impact, low difficulty of adoption, low impact, high difficulty of adoption, high impact, low difficulty of adoption, and finally, high impact, high difficulty of adoption. So in fact, we should try to right now, guys. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes. Just list 1 or 2 things that you're doing currently that's manual and you want to automate. Just write it down, just think about it. What do you do every day that's taking you need to do it, or someone need to do it in front of a computer, typing it in that you wish you can replace. Don't worry about where to put them on the quadrants yet. Just what do you want to automate? I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes. If anyone wants to share in the chat box, that'll be awesome as well, so we can have more context for the next sessions. Lead generation, awesome. Jody? Anyone else? I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Well, if you say what are the things that business can have, I do like to automate manual tasks.
Yep, anything, Bob.
I don't know how to silence them.
I'll silence for you. Anything that you think you want to automate, simply just put it down in your chat box, or at least write it down. It's for your own sake, right? So once you've done that, now try to put this task into one of the quadrants to identify which one's easier to build and adopt with minimum to high impact. You want something easy but have high impact to start with. So now you have put that automation that you want on the chat. Then if you want to understand more about, hey, whether automation is high impact or not, you may not know immediately, right? So it's actually not hard to determine because John McClan, our consultant, is here. Just text John privately, or even leave it in the chat box saying I need help. That's it. I'm sure they won't take more than 15 minutes to figure out with our team, with you together. Okay. So, and of course, AI automation is not in theory anymore. We work with firms that was considering a few workflows, auto invoicing, CRM automation, technical report generator, a button on the go orchestrator. And after weighting the choices, they went with technical report generation first. Why? Because it was high impact, high frequency, painful every single day, and need to spend 8 hours writing the report. And now it's 2.5 minute one report with AI, and they can do batch processing. So here's the video of a technical report generation. The product, it's cutting this 4-minute video is cut from an actual end product delivery meeting that I had with the client. So the client's Colin, and Colin is from JCA. They do Lift Consulting, one of the members of Trademark Group as well. And because of privacy, this video is actually not on YouTube. It's a YouTube link, but it's not public. Okay, so I'm gonna play the video right now for you to get understanding what we have built for them. Oops.
Yes.
Okay, so this is basically on the left is the interface, yeah,
Yep.
of where people is going to operate at.
Mm.
It's very simple here. Even if you don't read anything here, intuitively just dragging the report, you can see the folder on the right, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So you're dragging the report.
Yep.
And it's now uploading the report.
Yep.
And just processing and extracting data. You got to process by telling you where it is. Yeah, the overall sequence is about 2.5 minutes.
Yep.
At the moment. So now we're at the stage that the AI detected these are the recommended chapters that you're probably going to have in the report.
Yes.
So the manual input here is to have a sense of which one do you want to include or remove. The
Yes.
majority of the case, you keep everything anyway.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But if you want to add something, the extra topics are potentially here. If, as I said, if it's not there, contact us as support to adding more. If you feel that it's going to become a norm to include that chapter for future jobs. If it's a one-off, don't even bother
Don't
just
worry about
adding manually. Okay.
Yep.
But for example, here, if I'm adding the lift maintenance agreement,
Mm.
it's going to ask you to insert the lift maintenance agreement. So here I have a file there, for example.
Yep.
I'll just upload that.
Yep.
Now it's adding the chapter into the report. Now you see where it is at, and the maintenance report is number 6.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. And we just go proceed. Now just wait for it to populate.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Now I'll do the
actual writing.
Yep.
Yep. So at each section you can adjust or you can see what it is writing. For example, here.
So you can read it in the browser. Yeah.
Yeah, you can read it or you can adjust whatever you want to adjust.
Yep.
Okay? And now it's final steps. Now we end up with the report. So here's a new function. As I said, I'll give this one to you for free. It wasn't in the original scope. Is to actually do image recognition.
Yep.
So now it's asking you to add images to the report by drag and dropping. So I've prepared these images.
Yep.
Yeah. Just for transparency, we used AI to detect what the image is. I didn't hard code this image needs to be named as XYZ. So it's now reading the image and it's giving you what it is the best it can.
Normally
You can download that. You can let's see if we download this particular report. Then we open it. So this is your report. Okay, so error narrow is the one here.
Yeah,
so
correct.
that easily, no problem, easily changed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, because I guess generically, like as a thing as well, like we'll see there'll be like because there might be little things like that, like when we go through that teething phase or testing it and things like that, there'll be like little things that we'll be able to sort of tighten up and nip up a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a final 5% that you have time
correct,
to.
correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Anything else you see that immediately not working well?
No, I don't think so at the moment. No.
Yeah. So now when you log into your account, you will see the bot under your control panel here, basically. You'll see that bot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then when you go into, for example, I go to your bot here, you will see a plugin. So you go to overview, then you go to connect, or you even go to playground, or you just go to the URL here. All right. So this goes straight to the bot in the full screen mode, basically.
Okay. Yep.
If you want to clear the history, it's reset the conversation.
Yep.
Okay. If you just want to clean the screen. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So tell me if you understand everything. If you understand what's going on in the background, just type yes in the chat box. If it makes totally no sense, type 9. All right. And I want to make sure that you're with me in this webinar, right? So our CTO Alex, he's prepared a number of different live demos and case studies for sharing with us today. So I'm going to unshare my screen now, and Alex is going to spend about 15 minutes to 20 minutes about the real case that we have used using Alpha AI. All yours, Alex.
Great, thank you very much. Sharing is not undone. You can request sharing, send request. So I think
Yep.
this is with you well.
Yep. Done.
Right, right. And you should be able to see my screen. So my purpose is to get you through a little bit of the technology that we've built over the last 2 years or so, but really accelerated recently. So I mean, Alfred, we think of Alfred as the brain behind any kind of automations and behind any kind of decisions that are being taken by the AI. I'm here within Palantir, and I have a number of different bots. I have a general bot that I can interact with everything. I have a customer support bot. I have an accounting bot that deals with creating invoices. I have a quotation bot that deals with effectively quoting for projects. These are bots that have knowledge of what has happened before, and that is the key of actually building good automations. We have basic chatbot functionality. All of these are interactable with. We will have history of conversations. Some of these bots, such as the customer support, will interact with people on the website or through phone, and they will capture leads. And therefore, those leads will show up here because they've detected someone to further offer our services. There's a live chat functionality, which allows your real people to take over conversations from the bot. We have a very deep training lab where we effectively inject data from the business, training materials, links, files, questions, and so on. We have a tuning capability, which is mostly used by our consultants to set up the right automations for you. We use various large language models underneath the hoods, and we have various settings around creativity and how the bot behaves. We can customize appearances when these bots are enabled for external use outside of your main workforce. We have various settings. We have an appointment scheduling function. So this allows visitors to book appointments directly in your calendar through the bot. The bot can talk to them either through text or through voice, can figure out what meeting times are available and book those meetings in the calendar for your sales team. Booking management will tell you those meetings. We do inbound and outbound calls. Inbound meaning someone calls a number and an automated bot takes over, picks up that call. Outbound means that the bot initiates that call, and we have a rich dashboard to tell us how those calls are happening. And we have a lead enrichment campaign function, which allows us to score prospects and figure out how to reach out to them. Now, let me show you one of the newest features. This is called business matchmaking, designed for conferences. So let's assume Trademark is organizing a conference, and we have a list of companies, very limited data around who's participating, company name and website. And we want to create our plan of how we are going to maximize our outreach at that conference. So what I would do is I would configure my business information, talk about who my business is, what my business is, what my goals are, location, what is my target company size. I would run the matching based on this file, and we would be going through and doing some digging up on these companies automatically. So what would we do? We would go and read their website. We would take a look at multiple pages on their website. We would find their LinkedIn profile. We would run a number of Google searches. We would go and read their other social accounts. And then based on the data, we would create a matching percentage, which is the likelihood of us doing business with that company. And the easiest way to visualize this is through a radial chart. So the radial chart basically means we are in the middle. This is my company that we are going to the conference with. The radial shows the various industries that are present at the conference. Some are retail, some are mining, some are medical devices, and so on. Some of them are closer to me in the center, and we see that they tend to be on this side of the radial, which is civil engineering, construction, materials technology, and this area around construction. They've been color-coded, and the ones in green are a high likelihood, while the others are a lower match percentage. I can click on any one of them and see who they are and why they are 10%. So Ramsay Healthcare, not much that it was detected that we can do, but it has detected that this company is expanding its healthcare services in Europe. It has probably read it somewhere on their website. Couldn't find any contact information. Let's take a look at someone that's closer to the middle, John Holland. Construction business, found its LinkedIn, found its website. So LinkedIn, website, effectively was able to read all of this information out. It's giving us a high percentage score, so someone that we should definitely meet given who we are. 75% top signals. No, it has done a number of sub-matching based on subcategories, and it has figured out that the total percentage for us is 75%. It's finding the top signals in the market. So, for example, this has detected that they are involved in a large redevelopment of the Penrith Stadium. It has found some contact information for the business. This was present on the website somewhere on the deeper pages, and it's going to suggest what the next steps are, research, send email, and so on. So I can just save these guys for later. And I will do this for my various companies that we see here. I can also explore this conference as a heat map. Heat map is a two-dimensional matrix where we see what's the similarity between the businesses that are attending. We see that there's a cluster around construction companies here. I can see the 2x2 relationship between everyone. This is more useful to the organizer of the conference. And then we can see that as we go down into other areas, there's less matching because that's how we selected the companies to be from different places. Now, this is the brain, but there's also another side of it, which is the CRM. And we've built Accountable as well. Accountable is a smart-enabled accountability platform. You can think about it as a CRM in simple words. And I'm logged in here as a construction company, Riverside Construction. It's a simple business, and we'll just take a look at the various features. The reason why we've built Accountable is because we need this flow management for either deals, leads, or projects in order to run automations on top of it. So deals will tell me effectively what deals I have in the pipeline. And again, it's very important for us to have the ability to control the database behind it in order to give the AI the best chance to do the right thing. So when an AI is aware of the current deals or past deals, it is able to best predict how to tackle current deals. So we have a list view, we have flows. Flows are especially important when we apply our AI automations on top of it. So, for example, I have here a flow for deals, lead-in, discovery, proposal, negotiation, context, and won and lost. Now, when we enable a deal flow to be AI-driven, we would typically, and let's say the goal is to create a proposal, we would be typically creating a stage here where the proposal is ready for review, is ready for being created by the AI, and a stage where the proposal is being ready for review by a human. And when the deal moves from the proposal being ready to review by a human to the fact that it has been reviewed, that's the moment it's being sent. So it's very important for us as a business to be able to customize all of these. We can run projects, which is how projects are typically run. We can see the projects and the milestones on a calendar. We can see an activity feed of what people have done. We can go down to task level. We can see the timesheets. I will go to timesheets in a second. We can see the timesheets for our projects. We can generate invoices from here. Yeah, so this would be on this project. It's been spent 59 hours. We have invoicing, we have reporting, and so on. We also have an AI function. Let's go out of here and create a new chat. And this AI is aware of everything that's happening within this account. What can you do? And it's going to hopefully tell us what it can do. And it should give us a number of options around invoicing, around, yeah, there we go. So it can deal with invoicing, it can deal with projects, deals, timesheets, tests, context clients, users, emails, integrations. So I can say something like, give me a list of recent tests in the last 7 days. And it should give me that. I can then export that to a file. I can get it out of the system. I can create a new test from within the chatbot, and so on. I try to fetch, okay, so search test for a project, which would prompt me to select which project I want. And let's say that the project is Amy Keys. And it should give me the data. While it does that, I'm going to show a couple of the other automations. I will show the invoice automations, which I'm going to start right now. Yep, on that. And then I'm going to now run through an invoice automation. So this is an automation that we have set up for ourselves. When there's a new AI automation project approved, we want the bot to extract all the relevant invoicing data from the contract, set up that in our accounting system, and send the email for payments, and then follow up. So in this case, I'm sending an email that this agreement has been approved. I'm attaching the agreement. If we open up the agreement, this is effectively a contract, which includes what needs to be done and what needs to be quoted. And what the system will do automatically based on that, it will read it will create an invoice, it will fill in the contact. So I'll skip the setup part, but it's going to effectively create the entire system in zero, the entire setup in zero. It's going to answer back. Yep. So this is the agent answered back. Hey, this is what we figured out. These are the company details. This is what we are going to invoice. This are the accounts that we are going to link this revenue up in zero. And if we confirm that, at that point, the invoice is effectively approved. And when it's approved, it's going to finalize data setup and send the email to the customer, which we could see right now. Send the email. This is the invoice. They can go ahead and pay, and the bot can follow up with them. So that's about it. We have many more automations. Would be happy to chat more with anyone that wants to see more. Hope this was useful.
Thank you. I'll share my screen again. Yeah, so because of time, and we actually have many more automations that we can show. So we're happy to chat with any of us here later. Thank you, Alex. So yeah, now we know AI is not about just plugging in and play tools. There's a real advantages that comes when you customize it for your own business. So when you take the time to train your AI on your internal knowledge base, your document, and your workflows, it really pays off the long term. You build a moat that your competitor is very hard to copy, and it buys you time, and time will grow your brand, time will strengthen your relationship, and yes, even you can take your holidays, as I mentioned before. So now that you've seen how Alpha AI works for some workflows, so let me show you what's behind it, right? So we have a few main tools that works together. The first one is the Alpha AI's knowledge engine. That is a brain that helps your team to find and use the information very quickly. Second is the multi-agent logic. That is how our AI think and talk to each other to get the work done. And then we have the AI Butler Agent. That's our new app that's just been approved on the App Store yesterday, which helps you to run tasks and stay on top of the projects anywhere that has internet access. You basically pull out your phone, talk to your Butler agent saying that I want this done, I want that done, I want that guy to go to that site. It's all gonna sort it out for you. So on the accountable tools, Accountable was the ERP platform we just seen. That's our platform. We built it from scratch. It's got the ERP module, got a CRM module, got a reward module. It helps team to stay accountable, get very clear goals and track results and give them rewards. And for the bigger projects, our team offers AI transformation consulting to guide you step by step. But why so many products? Like, let me introduce you a concept. It's called alpha value. And here's the shift of thinking. AI automation should be just treated like an investment portfolio, not just a one-time expense. You need to diversify your projects of AI. So you aim a realistic ROI, as I mentioned before, from 1 to 5 to 1 to 20, and then you scale into some super high return automations that your competitor can't keep up with. And that's what I mean by alpha. So alpha, the word originally comes from finance, and it's about the extra return you earn above the baseline. So why do we need alpha? Because alpha is what separates your business from the competitors, right? It's all about what are you sitting at from your competitors. It's not about being the best in the world. You just need to be better than your competitors. And the magnitude of your alpha will depend on four parts of the investment theory that I've just covered: your gain, your reward of time, your ownership, and your weighting. Together, it's called the growth theory. So if you remember one thing from this session, remember this: grow your alpha with Alfred. Alpha is the value and Alfred is the vehicle. Okay. And let's pause for a moment. So the big question I always ask is, so why now? Like, why not wait for another few more years? So first, there is a generational shift. The new workforce entering your business doesn't want clunky spreadsheets and outdated CRMs. They expect AI first workflows. If you don't provide that environment, they will either get frustrated or leave for a company that actually does. Second, there is competitive pressure. Your competitors are already embedding AI into their operations. The question is not how. The question isn't if. The question is how fast that you can adapt, and who's doing a better with a better professional partner together like us. And here's the reality, right? So whoever adopts first properly will win the compounding advantage a bit earlier. So third, we need to get some clarity on the frameworks of how a AI or software business is now being delivered. So back in the 1999, we all know that's when SaaS was born, with software as a service, aka subscriptions, and that's yesterday's model. Then it comes AAAS, that's called the agent as services, and these are the agents that are doing the task for you. But now the real leap is BaaS. That's Butler Agent as a Service. The difference is that it's like Alpha AI represents. Like Alpha AI that we just have shown you. Like you need a system, you need a butler, you need an orchestration level. It's not just a tool. It's like an agent, but a system level, a butler that orchestrates for your business operations from end to end, from all the way from lead enrichment, lead searching, lead generation, to project management, to resource management, to payment. The whole shebang, the whole end-to-end service. And if all of that feels very abstract, then let me bring you closer to what you may relate it to. So do we all agree that it's very hard to hire good staff, like senior good staff? Always hard. It's been hard for many years for my business, for many other business owners I've been talking to. Salespeople, they're stuck in admin work instead of actually selling, right? Managers and staff struggling with accountability gaps. You send an email, someone don't respond. You don't even know what's going on. Did they get it? Did they not get it? Are they doing it? When are they going to finish it? You have no idea. You need to ring them, text them, email them. It's just so frustrating among the teams, right? The leaders can't get real transparency on what's happening day to day. When they want data, they need to get their EAs or helpers, or go on the software platform, log in, click 10 times or 20 times before they can get data. No, now you talk to AI via voice communication. Say, I want XYZ data. I want the last 10 weeks of sales. I want the last 10 sales. I want the last 50 sales that's above $20,000. All of that is like at your team fingertips on our mobile app. So even basic reminder systems sometimes in organizations are very weak and unreliable. So if that sounds familiar, and these are small pains, I believe. So these are the signs that your current system, or if you have a system to start with, some business don't even have a system, right? That system is actually maxed out. That's exactly why change has to happen right now. The gap between early adopters and the laggards is actually widening. I can see it, right? Where you position yourself in the next 12 months will shape your competitiveness in the next 5 years. So instead of just hoping and, I want to give you something that you need to actually beat and perhaps dominate your competition. So if you can feel free to take a screenshot or write it down. First thing, you need a GPT foundation. That's a general intelligence, your LLMs, your small language models, right? Second, is that you need a knowledge base, your company's private brain and memory bank. That could be your files, your past procedures, operation menus, and whatever. You need agents, AI agents that has chat, voice, marketing, scheduling, reporting, invoicing, and sales. You need functions modules like plugin and play workflows, like Alex just showed you. You need an ecosystem. It's a business operating system. We have already showed you today as well. It's called our one is called accountable.link, and you can always bring your own. You can bring Monday.com, you can bring Asana, you can bring ClickUp, whichever platform. We can just plug in and play. You need an orchestrator layer. Make everything work together. It's like a butler on the go. That's how we named it. You need hyper, not just customization, you need hyper customization, AI that adapts to your workflow, not the other way around. Remember the old SaaS model where someone has built a SaaS and you have to work with how the platform asks you to work? It's not the case anymore. Like, we need to work reversely. We will customize it for you exactly how you run your business. Okay, so let's do a quick recap on investment and return on investment and ROI. So think of it this way. With Alpha AI, we've got two parts of investment, the setup and the ongoing retainer maintenance. And here's the good news. Most business break even not in years, but in weeks. First 12 months, 1 to 2 to 1 to 2 to 1 to 5, second year, 1 to 10, third year, and beyond, 1 to 20. So this is the compound that I was talking about. So you can't just hire one in your in-house and do the same thing. You really can't. Why? Because a senior AI engineer, if you want to hire them full-time, according to this report, you can scan the QR code to get the actual report, $150,000, $200,000 of salary, but they don't work alone. They're seniors. They don't get their hand dirty. They need subcontractor. They need juniors. All in all, a year it will cost you about $350,000 or even more for some companies. Okay, and now let's contrast that. So with Alfred, you pay a one-time setup fee, anywhere between 10 grand to 70 grand, depending on what the needs are. And that's a fraction of the cost of what to you want to build a AI and IT team yourself. So on top of that, we can deploy our own dedicated cloud server, private, secure, and it's yours. And all of that AI tokens, usages, subscriptions, it's all included in a monthly maintenance fee. And in a monthly maintenance fee, we also allow time to upgrade your workflow systems, because no business stays the same. Every now and then, there's a new thing you want. We get that. That's why we want to allow for budget, so you know exactly what you're getting from ROI. Anywhere spending between $250 a month to $2,000 a month, depending on usage. So if you think that's a bargain, and I will agree with you, right? Because there's the truth. We don't just hand you tools. We want to give you a system that creates compound return with known spending. That's how you actually calculate ROI very, very clearly. So don't hear that just from me. Listen to the clients who we have served that has a level of appreciation and satisfaction.
Alfred had a really, really bold promise. We can create you a custom lifelike voice agent, and it do the exact same thing that you would have a normal sales development rep do. And within 4 weeks, I had a relatively autonomous voice agent that was looking after all of my inbound leads. It was booking me appointments into my calendar within the CRM. It was doing long-term nurturing and re-engagement while I was doing the actual sales calls and spending time with clients. This has been an absolute game changer for me. The amount of time it has freed up and the amount of money it has saved me over the long term, I haven't been able to calculate it yet. The guys really know what they're doing. They have created something that has systematically improved my business tenfold. I will absolutely be coming back for other AI agents. I would highly recommend that you have a conversation with Will and his team. And it has been a lifesaver for me while I've been scaling my business out. Could not recommend enough.
Hi, my name is Sam from eWeb Marketing. We are a digital marketing agency based out of Chatswood in Sydney. We have been constantly bombarded with clients coming back to us and asking, how can I use AI for our business? On our journey looking up for different platforms, we came across Alfred AI. And I'm really happy that we chose Alfred AI because we have more than 12 different applications for the clients that we're using the platform for.
My name's Colin. I'm the MD here at JCA Lift Consultants. We primarily focus on feasibility reports, lifecycle auditing, and also technical design briefs. What we were struggling with actually was just the time and speed of delivery of our services. I went and spoke to Will and the team at Alfred AI, and what we've developed was a Lift audit report writer. It gave us the ability to turn over reports within minutes.
I'm the founder and director of Optimize AI Consulting. We're very happy with Alfred AI. Not just we're using it, we also recommend Alfred AI to our other clients.
It's been transformational for our team, from lead research to auto invoicing. And we've been able to save on 2 full-time staff this year. I couldn't recommend it more.
My name is Matilda Tomasetti, and I'm the Australian Country Director of Trademark Group of Companies. William Zhang has been an executive member with us for 4 years, and it's been a privilege to have him a part of our global business platform. We really look forward to taking the next step by utilising Alfred AI to help streamline our operations.
I would strongly recommend Alfred AI for any business or any digital marketing agency looking at adding value to their customers.
We'll certainly be using Alfred AI for a lot more services, and we look forward to working with Alfred AI, Will and the team, and trying to expand our business as best we can as we continue to grow nationally.
Yeah, always the case, eh? So apart from these success stories, on average, our clients save 20 to 30% of operation costs in 90 days. So here's one thing I would like to take away and do next, right? So if you have learned something useful in this session, and for this webinar only, scan the QR code on the screen to get a one-on-one consultation value at $1,500 and only free at today's webinar. And you need to register right now. And we will only take 5 free consultations this month. It's private, it's return on investment focused, and I'll give you a full strategy of AI transformation tailored to your budget. So take the action today and now, because businesses that move first are the ones who will get ahead in many years to come. Don't leave this session saying that, oh, it's just interesting. Leave with a strategy meeting booked. My job is to lower your risk in adopting AI. But here's how you may help yourself, right? So our team will do all the technical implementations for you. We'll guarantee your ROI. Otherwise, we'll work for you for free until we get your investment return. So scan the QR code now to register, and that's it from us. So if there's any questions, we are here for another 5-10 minutes. I'll leave the QR code on the screen while anyone has any questions.